The story of the empire that covered almost all of India begins with a young prince born in 1542. His name was Akbar, later known as Akbar the Great. He belonged to the powerful Mughal Empire. This empire would become one of the largest in Indian history. But Akbar did not start with a vast kingdom. When he was a child, his father struggled to keep control. Enemies surrounded the Mughal throne from every side. The land was divided among many regional rulers. Afghan chiefs, Rajput kings, and local sultans ruled independently. North India was politically unstable and fragmented. Trade routes were insecure and frequently attacked. Peasants faced uncertainty due to constant warfare. The Mughal hold on India seemed fragile. Few could imagine the empire that would soon rise. Yet destiny was preparing a remarkable transformation. Akbar became emperor at just 13 years old. At such a young age, he relied on wise advisors. One of them was Bahram Khan, a loyal general. He helped secure early victories for the young ruler. The most important early battle was against Hemu. This conflict took place in 1556 near Panipat. The Mughals defeated their rivals decisively. This victory secured their control over Delhi. It marked the real beginning of Mughal consolidation. After this, Akbar slowly took personal control. He dismissed regents and ruled independently. He showed courage and confidence beyond his years. He studied warfare and administration carefully. His ambition was not survival, but expansion. He aimed to unite almost all of India. Akbar expanded his empire through military strength. He led campaigns across northern and central India. Regions like Malwa and Gujarat fell under his control. Bengal was also conquered after fierce resistance. The Rajput kingdoms were powerful opponents. Instead of destroying them, he chose diplomacy. He married Rajput princesses to build alliances. Rajput rulers were given high positions in court. This created loyalty instead of rebellion. Akbar respected their customs and traditions. He allowed them to rule their lands under Mughal authority. This strategy strengthened the empire greatly. It reduced the need for constant warfare. Many former enemies became trusted allies. Thus, the empire expanded with both sword and wisdom. Administration was the backbone of this vast empire. Akbar introduced a centralized system of governance. He divided the empire into provinces called subas. Each province had governors and officials. Revenue collection was carefully organized. Land was measured and taxed systematically. Farmers paid taxes based on actual produce. This system was fairer than previous methods. It increased state income steadily. Akbar appointed capable officers regardless of religion. Merit was valued above noble birth. This strengthened efficiency across the empire. Records were maintained in Persian language. Communication between regions improved significantly. The empire functioned like a well-managed machine. Religious tolerance became a defining feature. India was home to many religions and cultures. There were Hindus, Muslims, Jains, Sikhs, and Christians. Akbar believed unity required mutual respect. He abolished the jizya tax on non-Muslims. He invited scholars of different faiths to debate. Discussions took place in his court at Fatehpur Sikri. He encouraged open dialogue about belief. This was rare for rulers of his time. His policy was called Sul-e-Kul, meaning universal peace. It aimed at harmony among communities. People felt safer under his rule. Religious conflicts reduced significantly. His empire became known for tolerance. This helped bind diverse regions together. The Mughal court was magnificent and cultured. Art, music, and literature flourished. Persian culture blended with Indian traditions. Miniature paintings developed into a refined art form. Musicians like Tansen became legendary figures. Architecture also reached new heights. Fatehpur Sikri was built as a grand capital. Its red sandstone structures still stand today. Massive gates and palaces reflected imperial power. Gardens were designed with symmetry and beauty. Craftsmanship reached extraordinary standards. Textiles and jewelry became world famous. Foreign travelers admired Mughal wealth. The empire became a center of culture. It shone like a jewel in Asia. Trade expanded under Mughal stability. Roads were improved across long distances. Caravanserais were built for merchants. Indian spices, textiles, and gems were exported. Ports connected India with Europe and Asia. The empire attracted foreign traders. Companies from Europe arrived seeking profit. Silver flowed into the Mughal treasury. Markets and cities flourished daily. Agriculture remained the backbone of the economy. Irrigation projects increased production. Farmers cultivated wheat, rice, and cotton. Economic growth supported military expansion. Prosperity strengthened imperial authority. The empire grew richer each decade. After Akbar, the empire continued expanding. His son Jahangir ruled with relative stability. Then came Shah Jahan, known for architecture. He commissioned the magnificent Taj Mahal. This monument symbolized Mughal grandeur. It was built in memory of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. White marble shimmered under the sun. Artisans from many lands worked on it. The empire was at its artistic peak. Territories remained vast and secure. The Mughal court displayed unmatched luxury. Foreign envoys were amazed by its splendor. Wealth continued flowing into the treasury. The empire seemed unstoppable. Its borders stretched across most of India. The greatest territorial expansion came under Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb ruled for nearly 50 years. He extended control deep into the Deccan. Southern kingdoms were gradually subdued. At its height, the empire covered almost all India. Only small regions remained outside direct control. The army became one of the largest in the world. Fortresses dotted the landscape. Governors managed distant provinces. Revenue poured in from vast lands. The Mughal flag flew across the subcontinent. It was the largest political entity in India. Its administration reached millions of subjects. Power seemed absolute and enduring. Yet challenges were beginning to grow. Continuous warfare strained imperial resources. Long campaigns in the Deccan were costly. Local rebellions started appearing frequently. Some communities felt alienated by strict policies. Religious tensions slowly resurfaced. Maratha warriors rose in resistance. Regional powers regained confidence. Communication across vast lands became difficult. Corruption grew among some officials. The treasury faced increasing pressure. Maintaining a huge army was expensive. The empire was too vast to manage easily. Cracks began forming beneath the surface. Unity started weakening gradually. The golden age was fading. After Aurangzeb's death, instability increased rapidly. Successors struggled for the throne. Court politics became dangerous and violent. Provincial governors acted independently. Central authority weakened significantly. The empire lost its tight control. Foreign invasions added to the chaos. Persian ruler Nadir Shah attacked Delhi. The capital was looted brutally. This invasion shocked the empire deeply. Wealth was carried away in caravans. Confidence in Mughal strength declined. Regional kingdoms declared autonomy. The once mighty empire was fragmenting. Its dominance was no longer unquestioned. European trading companies gained influence. They slowly turned trade into political power. The British East India Company expanded control. They exploited internal divisions. Battles were fought for supremacy. Mughal emperors became symbolic figures. Real power shifted to foreign hands. Revenue systems were altered drastically. Indian industries suffered under new policies. Local rulers formed shifting alliances. Resistance movements emerged in various regions. The subcontinent entered a new era. The Mughal era was nearing its end. Its authority was largely ceremonial. A great empire was fading into history. In 1857, a major uprising erupted. Indian soldiers rebelled against British rule. The rebellion spread across North India. The last Mughal emperor became a symbol. His name was Bahadur Shah Zafar. He was declared leader of the revolt, but the rebellion was eventually crushed. The British ended Mughal authority permanently. The emperor was exiled from India. With him ended centuries of Mughal rule. The empire officially came to a close. Its territories were absorbed into British India. A new colonial chapter began. The Mughal dynasty became history. An era of Indian unity had ended. Despite its fall, the empire left deep marks. It unified much of the Indian subcontinent. Administrative systems influenced later governments. Cultural blending shaped Indian identity. Architecture remains a proud legacy. Cities like Delhi and Agra reflect Mughal planning. Language and cuisine were enriched. Artistic traditions still inspire modern creators. The idea of a united India strengthened. Trade networks connected diverse regions. Religious dialogue left a lasting example. The empire showed power through inclusion. Its monuments attract millions today. Historians continue debating its policies. Its impact cannot be erased. The empire that covered almost all of India was more than territory. It was a vision of unity in diversity. From Akbar's diplomacy to Aurangzeb's expansion, it evolved constantly. It rose from fragile beginnings to unmatched dominance. It governed millions across languages and cultures. It built monuments that defy time. It fostered art, trade, and administration. It faced rebellion, invasion, and decline. Yet its story remains unforgettable. It shaped the destiny of South Asia. It influenced politics for generations. It demonstrated both tolerance and power. Its rise and fall teach valuable lessons. Empires may fade, but legacies endure. Thus ends the tale of the Mughal Empire. Even today, the memory of the Mughal Empire continues to shape historical discussions. Even today, the memory of the Mughal Empire continues to shape historical discussions. Scholars study its governance for lessons in administration. Its system of revenue and provincial control influenced future rulers. Modern India still preserves many Mughal monuments. Tourists from around the world visit these grand structures. The empire's blend of cultures created lasting traditions. Music, poetry, and cuisine still reflect Mughal influence. The Persian and Indian artistic fusion remains unique. Debates continue about its religious policies and legacy. Some view it as a model of unity. Others critique its periods of strict rule. Yet no one denies its immense scale and power. For centuries, it stood as a symbol of imperial strength. It once covered almost all of India under one crown. Its story remains one of the most remarkable in world history.